Hello everyone and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's slow time down a little bit. Now, there's so many things that we need to do. So very many things. We've got enough water for now, but that isn't going to last us forever. Also, we do not really have enough algae, I think. Yeah, that is really not enough. We've got enough food. Well, kind of. I suppose we've got enough food. But I think it would be wise for us to make some changes. We've got... Where's all the algae? We've got a load of copper up there that I'm probably going to want to tap into fairly soon, actually. A load of copper down there as well. A load of algae down here. Now, I think what we're going to want to do... I'm going to set up... Well, you know... Maybe I could get all the water into one place. And then set up a central kind of area for CO2. In fact, maybe I could just pump the CO2 down there. You know what? I think I like that idea a little bit more. Are we researching right now? We are researching. You know what? Let's switch to gas piping. Let's do that instead. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to set up basically an area where we produce CO2, or rather where we send CO2, which will allow us to then convert it. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and obsidian. No, let's use sandstone. There's no reason to make this out of anything else. Sure, we'll bring this all the way down. Now this wall. Actually, we could get these things to make like granite gives a nice decor. Sandstone gives a decent decor. We've got a ridiculous amount of it, but sure. Let's build this up to around there. Yeah, I like this. Let's start setting this place up, shall we? So we want this to come out. We want a reasonably large room. We'll have a bunch of algae terrariums down here that will convert CO2 that's pumped into this room into oxygen, which will then rise, which will then be captured by a pump somewhere up the top. I'm not sure really how many we're going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems like a reasonable amount. Maybe it's not, but we'll see. In fact, we'll have 9 down here rather than 8. I'm going to say somewhere up here will be the ceiling. I'm not sure how high up a light will be, a light fixture. You know what? I think it would probably be a little bit higher than that, but I don't want to put it there simply because this water would eventually get through, I think. I wonder if we double-thicked the wall. No, let's not play around with that. Let's just keep going with this. That is, I mean, that's not been dripping down, but then that's fertilizer. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is better for containing liquid. That being said, we could easily make this area. We could pump that out. In fact, we could even use this area. You know what? Why am I making this more complicated than it needs to be? Why am I making this more complicated than it needs to be? Let's instead... I mean, we want all of this algae down here. So I'm going to build that wall anyway. But I want to just grab this algae. Regardless what else I do, this algae is necessary. Along that line, we're going to dig out across here. I'm going to dig out this algae around there and there and there and there. We're also going to dig out that so that we're bringing that oxygen in. That seems reasonable to me. And this is a reasonably high job. All of this should be 7. There we go. Now in here, I'm thinking, let's make this our reservoir. I think that would be pretty awesome. Also, we should probably build for the future and have like an airlock or something along those lines. Because we're eventually going to want one. So sure, let's do that. In fact, let's pop that one there instead, and then cancel these. Because we will have doors there and there. Because eventually we are going to get access to mechanized airlocks and those sorts of things. The air deodorizer is going to be actually quite important to us. Once we've got this, so that we've got the base necessary for moving air around, we'll get the sanitization sciences done as well. In the meanwhile, we'll just put a little door there, just because I'm finicky. For then, we'll move this down here. This is honestly a decent enough little area, I feel. I mean, maybe we could put a ladder up there, and maybe we could tile it. Sure, let's tile the whole room, but make it deeper. We'll make this place gigantic. At least this deep. And sure. I'm thinking something like that. Now, I'm planning for the future in terms of where we're going to have things like the water valves, the water pipes leading into this room. But you don't really need to plan this far ahead, honestly. Let's get all that done. We'll make these ladders out of sandstone. There we go. So that's all sorted over on that side. Okay, so that's an awful lot of work for them to do that, though that is, you know, not super high priority. Over here, though, I really do want this place to be sorted out now, because I desperately want to get our setup for storage going. Additionally, as much as I like this, I'm going to deconstruct it, because if we look at that temperature. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think we need to get rid of those. So let's, well, that being said, actually cancel that for now. Cancel. Let me have a look at the breathability. I mean, they are pretty much propping up this base right now. In fact, if I had one over here, it would probably help out quite a lot as well. Okay. Ultimately, what I want to do is get all of the CO2 into a single room where I can then just have a bunch of algae terrariums dealing with processing that into breathable oxygen and then moving that through the rest of the colony. So that's going to be the focus of my immediate future. We're not going to take any more duplicants until I've got that sorted out. Also, this is going to become a problem eventually. So how about we try and deal with that now by moving things around. And I'm still going to make some nice tiles around here. I should have honestly done this a little while ago. So let's get that going. And I'm going to dig up the plants that are there. There we go. So you can all get to work on that. I'm going to get rid of this. We don't need it. Rid of that. We don't need it. Honestly, I don't think we need all of these algae terrariums up here. Let's deconstruct these. I've generally got my buildings that produce heat spread out. I don't think we need all of these down here. What I would like, though, is to get a new algae deoxidizer just to pump the air and the CO2. Because if I increase the air pressure over on this side, the only problem is this thing is bloody hot. I think that's as hot as a supercomputer. Let's have a look. 126. This is 126. Right now, we're not actually using the supercomputer, so I'm going to disable this building. There we are. No power. I'm hoping that'll mean it'll stop producing heat. I have no idea. We'll see. If that does actually help out, I'm going to be super, super happy with that. Let's hook that up. Does that produce... I think it is still actually producing heat, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. So let's get everything sorted around here. The lamps themselves produce quite a lot of heat as well, though, unfortunately. Right. Plumbing-wise, let's go ahead and move the outhouses. I mean, we can move it past the compost. That's a little bit cruel. But, I'm alright with it. So let's get all of that moved across. And then we can prepare this area, again, for a little airlock. Something like over there. Eventually I want to be able to get up here. Certainly I want to be able to get up there because of the water. Alright, so things are moving on. Now, if you're wondering why I'm moving, I put the speed down. Actually, I was asked why I have the speed so high. I don't really think of it as high. I usually play games with that kind of speed. But if it's bothering anyone, you know, it isn't a big thing for me. So I've slowed it down primarily because of that. Right, so we're getting a lot of things out of here. What I would love is to start actually pumping this water out. So if we do this, I'm going to need a pipe connected up from here. To save on materials, we'll move across there. Yeah, we could happily do that. Then down, then across, and then we'll hook up to the output point, which we'll put over here. So, for now, I'm actually going to cancel the building there, and I'm going to dig... Oh, apparently I can't dig that tile. I'm going to dig this tile Oh no, wait, wait, wait. The pipe will actually dig through it, because the pipe can usually go through walls, but if it's not, if it's trying to go through a regular substance, it'll actually just break it, so that's fine. And we'll also dig this away. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere now. We've got some oxygen production down here. We've got some algae. I do need to be on the ball with getting more algae, though. That is actually going to become an issue for us later on. And I think we're going to need to seriously prioritize sorting that out. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of storage areas over there, though. Ooh, that's another thing, actually. Let me pop this over here. Now, I've been told that, unfortunately, these are not airtight. I don't know why I thought they were, but I did. So, if you store fertilizer or contaminated soil in them, yeah, they produce contaminated oxygen. Which is not super great. I'll be honest with you, not super great. So, let's just make sure that that isn't happening. Also, over here, the only thing I want in here is cultivatable soil and dirt specifically. So there we go. We've got a lot of work for our duplicants. I'm going to hold off on getting any more duplicants until we've got things in order, because, you know, I don't want to overburden our current area. I know I need it from... Oh, as it happens, there we are. Oh, you've got cooking. You've got really good cooking. But you produce contaminated oxygen just by existing. So no. Goodbye, all of you. There we are. Let's actually check on the jobs, that being said. We've got 2 decent-ish cooks. In fact, I'm going to allow 3 of you to do the job. Research, I'm going to turn you off that, because I only want people who are actually fairly good at it doing it. Likewise for power generation, I want the top athletes. That would be just you. Well, I'm not too keen on only having 2 people doing that. Sweeping, you get off it because you're just not as good at it as anyone else. Building, everyone is more or less in the same boat. You're not so good at delivering, apparently. Alright, you don't have to do it then, I guess. There we go. So people are a little bit more specialized now. So there we are. Let's get more work done, please. And hopefully we can get all of this sorted out. I mean, that is good. That is really good. This may eventually just start dripping down. I don't know. Let's hope that it does not, however. Most things should be reachable for our duplicants at this point. You're just wandering around. You just need to go to the loo. Fair enough. I understand how this goes. It's alright. But you're going to annoy everyone else. A lot of people were saying that I should look into getting just private rooms. Certainly something I could look into. Right now I'm not, but definitely something I could look into in the future. I would kind of like this one to be a bit of a higher priority though. In fact, let's move the priority of all of this up a little bit to that. What priority is this? No, the manual generators should be a priority 9. So should this one, honestly. I want them constantly working. There we are. If we need power, then someone should go and deal with that. Right, what's everyone working on right now? We've got food coming in, but not super fast. What's everyone working? You know what? Actually, let's cancel the sweep jobs. Oh, drat. I can't easily cancel them now, can I? There we go. Cancel those sweep jobs. Sure, you can get that one out because that's a de-stress room. I would like the de-stress room to be de-stressing. There we go. That was what was gathering everyone's time. I should have been paying attention to that. It was pretty silly of me. But oh well. Once this is built, this should actually start pushing quite a lot of the CO2 out of this area. Simply by increasing the air pressure, so the pressure will try to equalize. There we are, delivering resources, that's good. And we've got that set up. How much algae have we got? We've not got enough. I mean, we've got a lot down here, I suppose, but I could prioritize sweeping that area, but I would rather them get some more work done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prioritize these jobs to a 9. Let's get them done, please, because that's going to make storing anything that much easier. I mean, we've got a reasonable amount of food at the moment. Ooh, well done on the handiwork there. There we go. No fertilizer or contaminated soil, please. Same here. Boom, boom. There we go. Alright. Now, Let's see. That should be helping out in this little area there, which will be okay. Let's try and just get what we've got going sorted enough that we no longer need to worry about it. I wonder if there's a cut and paste option for this. That would be particularly useful, I must confess. Let's get that done. Come on. There we go. And finally this one as well. Okay, so that's our storage sorted for the time being. Not really, but maybe. I would like the piping done fairly soon, if I'm perfectly honest, because I'd like to get that out so I can build my my algae area in there. Right, let's go. Boop, and all the way across. There we are. That should get done fairly quickly. Now I am going to need to run power down there as well, aren't I? Okay. I guess I could just happily run it. You know what? It's a temporary thing, so I'll just run the electricity down there. That is going to slowly ruin my mind. Understand me? Yes, I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll eventually get it sorted, because it'll hurt me as much as it hurts you. Right. Well, for the time being, we're just going to be sitting around while our duplicants get some work done. There we go. Right. There we are. Just a little bit more to do over here. We are getting this area sorted, which is good, but most of this stuff back here, honestly, I'm going to set this as a fairly low priority. For example, all of this, quite low. Very low. Lower than normal, at the very least. I don't need this done anytime soon. Same with that. Not the same with this, though, actually. I want that done fairly quickly. Alright, research complete. Alright, let's actually have a look at what we just unlocked. We have now got the gas permeable tile, which is going to allow us to move gas around the colony a little bit easier. The gas pump. So these are all the things that we super duper need right now. But let's go ahead and get this one so that we've got the gas deodorizer as well. Let's enable this building at this point. The gas deodorizer will allow us to deal with this horrible contaminated oxygen, but also it will allow us, there'll also be the CO2 scrubber, so if we want to, we can just get rid of the CO2. And that might be a worthwhile thing doing, but I would like to actually make use of the CO2 if I possibly can, and instead turn it into usable oxygen. Let's get all of this done. In fact, let's prioritize this as well, please. Thank you. Let's get all of that sorted. Right, there we are. So we've got our first little bits of our reservoir going. You know what? At this point, I guess I do kind of need this done, because if I do not, then basically this reservoir is going to fill a bit too quickly. Once that's set up. Did I not connect that? Oh, there we go. And boom. So there. I love it. Look at that. I love the fact that it actually animates the water moving along. And if you go to the plumbing overview, you can actually see it moving about. So we're going to slowly transfer our water over into this zone for now. Let's continue making out of that, please. There we go. And everyone can just slowly move down. I know you're having to hold your breath, but shush. It's important, damn it. So, now that that's happening, and we are generally doing things around the rest of the colony, sure, okay, we'll pop the... Oh, you know what, let's not build a door there. In fact, it doesn't do me any good, so there's no point. There's no point in it right now. I would, however... Please don't. What are you? Mealwood seed. Is something growing there? How's it build? I am not sure. Contaminated oxygen. I have no idea. But let's prioritize moving some of these things around up here then as well. Let's get all of that done. Ultimately, I want to deconstruct these and get them a little bit further away. It's not going to do a great deal for us, but it'll give me a little bit more room to play around with setting up a proper airlock, sorry. Just like we have here. So there we are. You know what? I don't mind having it being a little bit wider as well. 5 tiles seems to make for a good airlock, I think. How are we doing? We've got loads of algae around, but since we've not been storing it, I don't know how much we've got, which is actually a bit of a problem. So I think it's time for the sweep priority at level 8. Go ahead, get everything swept from within the colony for now. And then everything down here swept as well. There we go. That is going to take up our duplicants' time for a long while, unfortunately. But it's just one of those things. How are we doing for stress? Slowly rising stress. Most people are great, but Grave Walker, interrupted sleep, and Belial, nervous breakdown, 100% strength. It doesn't seem to be changing at the moment, so you're just at 16%. Okay, fair enough. Let's continue to move things around. That is great. You've done a great bit of suffocating. Oh dear, dear Lord. Bad. No. Why? Why has this happened, Belial? He's just like, yep, it was going to happen to me, wasn't it? Absolutely. I saw this coming. Quickly, please. My goodness, Belial. Dear Lord. Your friends suck. Belial, I'm just going to say that right now. Your friends suck. Massive suckicity from your friends. Let's get the rest of this place dug. I can't believe we almost lost Belial to that. My goodness. Right, well, we're slowly pumping all of that out. We're gathering up all of the things around the colony and generally making the colony look a little bit better. But we do need a lot more work to be done. I would like to get the farm set up soon. But right now, I think it's more important for me to get a couple of the other things sorted. Let's get this outhouse going there. And that one can now be deconstructed. Actually, I should have made sure that one was being built on a 9. There we go. This one should not be a 9. That's just a regular job there. Thank you. There we go. And we will then build this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. And this is where we're going to have our little airlock area there. Right, so how's research going? It's going. It's not great, but it's going. I need this water moved out a little bit faster, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to take this long, but well dragged. Because ultimately, this is where I want to build our terrariums. Sorry, our algae terrariums. For the time being, though, what I can do is pop in gas permeable tiles. Sure. Actually, that is going to irritate me if I do that. So let's move that instead. This I don't need because it's max air pressure. Let's deconstruct that. But I mean, I guess I could have it at each point to allow the CO2 to move down. We could put it in just a few places, or we could put it everywhere, I guess. Let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. We'll do the same over here, I guess. I would... well, actually, I guess I could just move this across at this point, then. Sure, deconstruct that. And yeah, I know, it's silly. It's silly that I care so much about that, but I do. I really, really do. Let's see. I need raw metal, and we do not have raw metal. Very, very well. Time for us, then, to start... Well, one of the places that we can get raw metal is up here. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to work in this area. So, if we bring that up, then we can have another ladder going up here. Like so. In fact, we'll take it all the way up. And that way, we can gather the algae on the way. And that will be pretty nice. There we go. Grab all of this beautiful, beautiful algae. We'll even harvest you. We'll grab the metal along the way. We'll start at the top and work our way down, I think would be the better option. So start around here. That one's going to be a little bit of a pot to reach. So I'm going to have to build a little ladder there. But I'm going to dig these up. Because the atmospheric pressure is way too low there anyway. This one, not so. I'm going to take that out. Actually, you know what? Let's cancel the dig up, because these might be okay once air starts flooding into this vacuum area. But we're going to need to seriously start looking at the ability to make more algae. Where would that be? That is the biodistiller. I wonder what the biodistiller produces. Let's have a quick look. Converts slime into algae. How big of a thing is it? It doesn't tell me. Slime 300 grams a second. Power 120. Liquid output pipe. Really? Effect algae 100. Oh, contaminated water. Oh. And does produce heat. Ooh. Okay, well that's not so great, but we've got a water purifier. Requirements: filtration medium 1000 grams, contaminated water 5 kilograms a second, power 120, liquid intake pipe, liquid outtake pipe, produces heat and water. Okay, well that is definitely something that we can look into doing. We can even build it over here perhaps, or maybe down here. Yes, I like the idea of having it down here actually. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. We'll build out a floor along here. So the slime will be put into it. It will produce contaminated water that could go straight into the water purifier. Though that being said, I think I would prefer a central area that filters all of this sort of stuff. I'm sorry, but let me just have a look at the people I'm turning down. Ooh. Well, you're not galactic though. You're a biohazard. You just get sick. Still, no. No, I can't accept anyone right now. We haven't got the time or the room. Right, that can be deconstructed as well. And instead, we can... Well, honestly, these lights produce just as much heat as each other, so I'm not sure which one would be better there. But we definitely need that metal. So let's prioritize getting the metal, shall we? So let's get all of that done. And all of this done. All the way up. Start grabbing the metal where we can. There we go. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to prioritize everything up there. Let's just get out there and get this stuff working, please. Also, this needs to be deconstructed. And this needs to be dug up. There you go. Lots of stuff you do. What's wrong? Missing... What? Well, then make that foundation. Scallywags. Right, this... The only thing I want in here is fertilized and contaminated dirt. There we go. Right. Now then, the idea that I was playing around with is we could have... Once we've got the research done for liquid filter, which is over here, unfortunately, we can have a central chamber where all input pipes send to this chamber. Then it goes through a series of filters and then gets sent to the right place, rather than having lots of inputs going to specific machines, because that's just waiting for a spaghetti of pipes to happen. So yeah, we may have to adjust this later on, but we can definitely work on that. We'll have a central filtering chamber. We don't have one right now, and there's too many other things that I need to get done just yet. Let's have a look at prioritizing. What kind of priority is this? That's priority 8. I'll let you continue working on that. Here we are. We're getting various things brought up, which is good. And we're still moving all of this water across there, which is grand. How's everything going up here, guys? It's not going terribly bad, which I'm pleased to see. We've got... Ooh, diarrhea. Aww. Where, who, why? I do not see it. Never mind. Okay, let's have a look at 21. We didn't add nearly enough. We produced quite a lot of power. We wasted... Wow. Okay, that's pretty bad. Stress went up. That's not good. That's really not good. Travel time. Okay. Well, let's have a look at the stressed. Only one person is super stressed, and that's you. Oh, actually, no, Lana is also stressed. Why are you stressed? Restful. No, you actually had a good sleep. You... it looks like you're okay. What's wrong there? Interrupted sleep. Okay, maybe I should get them private rooms. It does look like that makes a reasonable difference to them, so maybe. Oh, you're sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll get it all sorted, don't worry. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to cancel all these sweeping jobs because there's just too much of it happening and not enough building going on. Ooh, also, that was a bit derpy of me. I should have made sure that was happening. Let's just get all of this sorted out at this point, just because this area is looking a little bit worse away, frankly. I would like it to be fixed. You know what, though? Cancel that and cancel this. Just dig these. because I would like to get this stuff out that's at the bottom there. Since it's there, it might be useful for us. Sandstone, after all. Well, actually, to be perfectly honest, if we need it at some later point, I can come back and get it. Never mind. Ah, it's my hoarder in me. It's like, no, don't waste a single bit of dirt. Oh my lord. Glad I caught myself there. It can get out of hand. But there we go. Let's just get all of this done, and then you can go grab the metal that I need to get. Because we're going to need that for the gas permeable tiles. So, at the moment, all we've done is really set up the production of our reservoir, but we deeply need to get the algae area set up so that all of the CO2 can be turned into beautiful, beautiful oxygen, because we are going to start running out of that soon. And it would be better if we had it all in a central area that was highly efficient because of all the lighting, etc., than having it just spread across the base. There we go. Oh! What the dickens? Someone do this right now. What the... Why? Why is it always Belial that gets this? Why are you all so horrible? Someone please hurry up and rescue Belial. I'm so sorry. But like, why does everyone hate me? What did I do wrong? Oh, poor Belial. My goodness. Please, please don't be down there anymore. There we go. What? No! Okay, now you're just being dumb. You know what? You're just being super dumb. Super duper dumb. Stop being dumb. Please, someone. Dear Lord. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Ever letting you silly duplicants go down there. Ugh. Will someone please make this? In fact, you know what? Do this, and then put one in the middle, and then fill in the top. Because you can't be trusted. I swear, some days it's... running a colony, ladies and gentlemen, don't do it if you value your sanity. Right, we have almost finished doing everything here. What is this pulling in? There's nothing selected. I'm not sure if disabling this would help in any way. With pending inapplicable research. Well, I'll just leave it then. For now. But we are slowly bringing in some more of the carpet. So finally we can start doing things like adding in the gas permeable tiles. Which will be good. Well, actually, I'm going to just leave that to you guys to do. Well, no, I won't. I'll put it there. Furniture. Yeah, we're going to have to wait on more to come in before we can do that. But we're starting to make a little bit of progress. We've got plans, ladies and gentlemen. We've got plans. Whether we're ever going to live long enough to be able to realize those plans, no idea. Honestly, the way things are going, probably not. But still, we're going to aim for them regardless. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we will be joining me for the next. As ever, do remember to like if you liked, sub if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.